Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Come on in, come on in. Please make sure you like and share the video on your way in, please, and thank you very much. Also, if you happen to be new here, please make sure you hit that subscription bell, and then also hit that notification. Hit the subscription button, and then hit the notification bell, please, and thank you very much. And shout out to the ones dropping down in the chat already. What's up? What's up? Hey, Miss Hall. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, girl, hey. What up, Miss Ray? Tay Baby. What up, Lolo? Hey, Lolo. What up to, shout out to the Love Bugs. What up, Charlie? How you doing, love? What's up, you guys? Come on in. I know other people's live. It'd be like that. It'd be like that, right? But we got to get in where we fit in. This is my time to get in. So I'm going to get in and I'm going to get out. Okay. But yeah, shout out to everybody who's joining us today. Shout out to those who have been supporting the hood table, to my official hoodies, to the members, and to the people who have been donating to the platform. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys so much. Hey, Miss LA, what's up? How you doing? Y'all, you brought them over here? Okay. What up, love bugs? Shout out. You gotta chill. What's up? QI. Did I say hey to QI? What's up? What's up? What's up? Come on in. Come on in. Get comfortable, y'all. Get comfortable. We're going to talk about a few things that we heard, what we saw, what we heard, what we see, what we saw, over the last 12 to 24 to 36 hours. Like, what did Just Kimmy say? The last 1 to 3 business days? Let me first say, yesterday when I went live, and I was discussing, certain things in regard to Lemon and VS. That's what everybody been talking about, right? Oh, you said you came on your own. Oh, thank you. You got to chill. I appreciate you guys. What up? What up, though? QI. And so during that live, somebody had I had already saw that Sir King had a live, posted up. And somebody came over here, I think it was maybe Jay Dunn or somebody said in the chat that he said over there that people don't want to miss the live. So I'm like, okay, y'all, we going to get out of here at 6 because I think Sir King going at live at 6. And then VS and Lemon was supposed to go live at 7. But then they kept pushing their live back to like 8. And then after that, just nobody was going live. So we're going to discuss what led up to last night and how last night ended, okay? So after we finish, and hey Buffy, how you doing, boo? You said you saw a fool sit down. You know what? I'm gonna have y'all jump on the link in a little bit after I get my commentary if y'all want to. But so at Sir King's, after I ended my live, we ran over to Sir King's, and Sir King's was over there hot. I mean, he was hot, like on 100. Over something that Lemon has said about his platform, Avatar Nation. And I don't know exactly what was said, but it has something to do with bitches. Because I heard Sir King said, oh, so now Avatar Nation got bitches or full of bitches or something like that. So during the live, SK, he was basically going in on Lemon, how Lemon wouldn't be shit if, wouldn't nobody know about Lemon, had not Lemon been over there, on Sir King's channel a whole lot. And, Lemon had talked about how if he knew in hindsight, if he knew how much Sir King was making, like he know now, because Lemon is like, I know what AdSense gives. And he says, I know at the height of Sir King's time back in the day, you know how much money he probably was making. And Lemon, like, for him to tell me he ain't really making shit to give him. So a lot of people, when I was watching Sir King yesterday, a lot of people were under the assumption that maybe they were kind of a team per se, because Lemon did used to be over there a lot, even though, you know, Sir King was a semi-panel channel too. It was a lot of well-known people who was always on his panel, from Sassy to, you know, other people, Terry P, you know, y'all know. And I even thought that they had like some type of co-hosting thing that they had set up or discussed or something like that. Now I found out that Sir King, you know, he basically didn't know Lemon from Adam. Lemon would start hitting his panel, and you know, it just became like this thing where Lemon was there and people was always looking for Lemon. Where's Lemon? Where's Lemon? Why Lemon ain't here? You know, it was like that because, you know, a lot of people believe that Sir King's panel was more popping, was more litty with Lemon there. And so, but we also know that Sir King would sometimes stifle Lemon and wouldn't let him pop off like Lemon would want to do, especially with the cussing and the dragging and shit like that, because Sir King was very, very, and still is, I believe, protective about his channel. So there were times where he was like, Lemon, Lemon, nope, Lemon, you gonna fuck with my, nope, I'm not gonna be monetized, I'm not gonna da-da-da-da-da. People gonna strike me, people gonna flag, da-da-da. We remember all that shit, right? Even though I've been telling y'all for umpteen years, even though only been around here for 8 or 9, but for umpteen years, that cursing on your channel don't make you get demonetized. And I have showed y'all several times all my videos, green. And y'all know I cuss like a motherfucker, right? I curse all the time, every show, all through the show, right? That's just me. I come from a cursor family. I come from cursor friends. I just curse all the time. So I always tell people, man, don't be letting people tell y'all that shit. Come on, send me a cash app because you done cussed on my account. They shit green. Trust and believe. But anyway, so he was talking about that. Then he was also talking about how if he wanted to, he could go back in his archives. And I know some of y'all miss Sir King chat, but he said he could go back into his archives and grab that snippet of Lemon saying he's gay. Now, how many of y'all remember hearing him say that? Because Lemon still swears to this day that he didn't say that. And somebody's in the background. Come back in like 25 to 30 minutes, please and thank you. I'll let y'all know when it's time to hit the link, please and thank you. But I'll definitely add you back, boo. Definitely add you back. But a lot of people remember him saying that. But I think that was also around the time where a lot of people were not in the practice of recording shit. Like a lot of people weren't in the practice of that. And so I swear I couldn't put it on my mama in heaven, but I swear I do remember that. I could have sworn he did say that. And I used to watch Sir King a lot. So I don't know, but Sir King is like, man, if I got to, I will spend day and night going through the archives and going through every single video that you sat on. And I will go through if you keep fucking with me. Now, that's a lot of archives. That's a lot of archives to go through because Sir King did a lot of videos back in the day. Yes, Candy. What up, Candy Cane? Hey, Patricia. Hey, Peach Cobbler. How y'all doing? Unbothered. What up? What up, you guys? Please make sure you like and share the video on the way in. But he said if I had to, and what up, the Sims Overdose and TSW? He said if he have to, he will go all the way back through all the videos. He was bi. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Goofy. So he said he was bi. I knew it was something like that, gay, bi, something. And so the Sim said it's so weird. I remember the question being asked, but I don't remember if he ever answered it. But see, the thing is about it, QI, people over here don't really care. I know that some people in this sector have kind of been kicked out, dragged out the closet, over the year. They've been tricked out the closet. But it's like people don't care. It's only when you pretend and act like you're not. And then we found out you are, and it's like you try to manipulate, you know what it is, especially if you're like a good looking guy and women might be drawn to you or attracted to you or whatnot. Y'all know what it gives over here. People be sending pictures behind the scene, booby pics, kitty pics, peen pics, all that kind of shit going on behind the scenes. Then for somebody to find out that you really don't like females or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where it when it falls into that realm, that's where people usually kind of like get into the disrespectful area of you or be talking about you. You cannot erase the past. You cannot. What up, Georgia Peaches Juicy? You cannot erase the past. Now, Lemon, he said last night, I don't give a fuck. Go back into your archives. I didn't say it. You ain't gonna find shit. Woo, 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 woo. I'm not saying for Sir King to go back and go through his archives and go find that information. But I think their beef is definitely back on again. Lemon said they've been beefing for like a year and a half, but I don't really think they've been literally beefing for like the year and a half. When Lemon started going live, everybody was over there and everybody still is over there. So I can't take that away. But everybody was over there, and a lot of people were so thrilled. I, for one, was so thrilled that he had finally started his channel. Lemmy could do his thing. If he wanted to, he could come off the porch. Certain things that he couldn't do on Sir King's panel. So we was all thrilled that he started his channel and looking forward to content, and it was so great. But one thing, for certain two things for sure, Lemon ain't the Lemon that started that channel. Lemon ain't the Lemon that we got to know as Sir King's. And that's where a lot of people, have a problem with. A lot of people stop watching him or they rarely go over there unless, somebody says, go over there, check this out, stuff like that. Even though he still gets the crowd, but we know what that gives, right? When you still get the crowds, but you're a train wreck, it's because people love to see a train wreck. It's not because everybody is in your motherfucking chat that likes you. Because when we see this back and forth shit, people carrying bones, VS house, Lemon house, VS house, Lemon house. They carrying bones back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And that's why certain people had something to say the other day when Foxtrotter was over in VS chat and she had said something in the chat. Lemon doesn't get along with what's that girl name? I can't forget it. Oh, damn it. What is her name? Y'all help me out here. That girl that Lemon do not get along with anymore. Anyway, she has said something in the chat about Lemon not wanting to be saved. And so Foxtrot said, hold on, I got it right here. Sour Patch. Thank you, Sour Patch. Thank you, HeU34. Thank you. And yes, hate watch. That's what we do. We hate watch, right, QI? And so Sour Patch has said he don't want to be saved. And so Foxtrotter said, that's true, and it's sad. And so Lemon automatically unmodded her. And it's so crazy because he unmodded her for just saying that. He didn't have a conversation with her until after the fact when she found out that he was talking shit. Her words, not mine. She even went to her husband and told her husband about what was going on. And people was in the chat like, you talked to your husband about this bullshit? Because you got unmodded? You went to your husband with this bullshit? That was really funny, though. And so it's like, people's like, man, you letting all these motherfuckers play in your face and running back and forth to her chat and bringing you bones and telling you this and telling you that, but you unmodded her because she agreed that you don't want to be saved. And that's a very fact. You don't want to be saved. He don't want to be saved. He don't want no advice. He don't want nobody to mama him. He don't want nobody to daddy him. But their words, not mine. He got sunned last night. Their words like mine. He got sunned last night. He don't want nobody acting like his mama, acting like his daddy, giving him any advice. Child, they was all in his chat last night. What up, Riz? What's up, love? How you doing? They was all in his chat last night. calling him bitches. Goosey had me hollering. Goosey, I don't know if Goosey's still hitting chats to this day. Goosey was supposed to be taking a hiatus, but him and Lemon even got into it last night because Goosey, he had said the other day when he hit my platform that the hood table, he didn't want Lemon's panel to be the last panel he hit or some shit like that. So he's like, let me go over here to the hood table because I told her I'll be back. Let me join the hood table and hit her panel. And so Goosey hit my panel, but then he said he was leaving. He's taking a hiatus. He got shit to do. And then we done seen him hit like 2-3 more panels, right? So Lemon over there, him and each other, they talking shit to each other. And Lemon, that's the main thing he discussing is you talking about you leaving. You ain't got shit to do. You ain't got no life. You ain't got this. You obsessed, whatever. Goosey, he was hitting panels like crazy. I'm like, damn, I thought Goosey was my. And then Lemon was like, y'all up here got this motherfucker thinking that y'all really want him to stay and y'all don't want him to go. And Lemon is like, that's what he wants to hear. He wants y'all to say we don't want him to go. We want him to stay. We're going to miss him. We want him to do content, all this. And Lemon is basically like, he's just taking all that in. And somebody called him a narcissist. And so I don't know if I would call Goosey a narc because I haven't watched him for that long of a time to, get the feel of him being a narcissist or whatnot. But I don't know. That's their words, not mine. That's their words, but not mine. So they got into it, and Goosey kept hitting the panel, talking about you the only bitch in the sector. VS sons you, da 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 da. And Goosey kept every probably 10 to 17 minutes kept hitting the panel again over at Lemons. Bitch, you're the bitch. You got son. Oh my God, it was so funny. Lemon got so pissed by the 5th or 6th time Goosey hit the panel. I was like, why did he keep adding him to the panel? And he know all Goosey is going to do is say, bitch, you got son. He said, the next time you get into a beef with somebody, they going to call you VS's son. How you going to feel when people start calling you VS's son? Y'all, that shit was hilarious. People do like Goosey. You said Lemon is jealous and intimidated because Goosey has the potential to get more numbers. And Lemon is I heard Lemon say, before that and I was like, oh, wow, this really brings more insight to his behavior. When he said on his panel, he likes to be the center of attention. Now, a lot of people like to be the center of attention. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't go so far as him to get the attention. It's a difference between being the center of attention and then trying your hardest to get the attention. Some people, they just the center of attention. It's just their aura. Whether they're smart, whether they're beautiful, whether they're funny, whether they're charming, but it's another thing to go to do so much fuck shit to get that attention. See, when you naturally get that attention, people will be more drawn to you and people will be more fond of you. See, there's a difference there. You said, yeah, it's definitely going to be brought up every time he get on one. Absolutely. You said, I can't help, I get it. Riggs, they say you a flirt. I just had to say that. What up, Treasure? Hey, Treasure. Treasure always got some great lies. And Treasure over there looking all good. I'm like, Treasure, what you doing over there? Give me some tips. You said Lemon will spaz out against a VS. I don't think so. You said he is thinking of his next, because last night, after that shit went down in VS's chat, first of all, I cannot. I was with the chat. I was definitely with the chat last night at Lemons. Don't go. Now, y'all know VS is my girl, right? I like Lemon too. But even though when he be on some fuck shit, sometimes I just don't watch. When there's too much fuckery going on, there's too many shenanigans. But VS is my girl. And even I know He should not have taken his ass over there. I was like, what is you doing? Nigga, you leaving your chat with almost 500 people to go over here and apologize to somebody who, as the chat said, and as we all know, we know what VS has done. She done made so many goddamn phone calls, I can't keep up. I think VS is on number 13 of 19 by now. I think. No, she really was on 8 or 9. But I'm like, we was like, nigga, she done called this person, that person, that person. She done called this person, that person, that person. And we all kept telling him, it's too late. It's too late. It's too late. You're not going to get the outcome that you think you're going to get over there on VS panel. That shit was so funny, y'all. I was there for it all. That shit had me so gagged. Tracy came up there because Tracy was back and forth in East chat. As soon as VS said, somebody go over there and tell him I want my apology, because VS asked for the apology before it got too deep. And he was like, I ain't apologizing. You know, first thing first, when the shit first popped off, VS was on my lives. VS was on my platform, on my channel. And we was having a conversation. And the next thing VS said, this nigga in my DMs. I was like, what'd he say, girl? Oh, so you dragging me? Oh, so you talking about me? I said, oh. I said, what else he say? VS was like, nothing. I said, you gonna respond? Nope. I was like, okay. Next thing I know, VS then went over there and she done, she P-bombed that nigga. And it was on and popping. The nigga was over there dragging without even verifying what she even said or done, or to what extent she said or did it. And for somebody to say they think you're gay, he just went over and beyond on dragging her and disrespecting her, all because of her opinion. All because of her opinion. And it led to where it led. You know what they say? Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I know you're gonna, but you're moving too fast. Hey, that was my shit. So anyway, Lemon didn't listen to his chat. He went over there to VS. Tracy said, Lemon, VS said she wants you to come over there and give her an apology. He didn't even think about it. He didn't even think twice. He was like, all right, y'all, hold it down for me. Hold it down. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Don't get my channel struck. Don't do nothing crazy. I'm going to go over here and holler at VS. He went over there and hollered at VS. And he said how he felt and why he did what he did. And he said, but I was out of line. I should have verified. I should have talked to you. And I apologize. And VS was like, yeah, okay. I listened to you. I heard what you had to say. And, I accept your apology. But now you my bitch, nigga. Goodbye. And dropped his ass. Remember that shit, y'all old school people, y'all OGs. Y'all remember that shit that Sir King used to do when he had the toilet bowl flush sound, when he would drop people and we would hear the toilet bowl flush? That's all I heard in my head. Was the toilet bowl flush when she said goodbye. Like that reality TV show. What was the name of that reality TV show? Every time somebody lost, that white lady would say goodbye. And she was like English accent or something like that. It was so funny. Oh my God. But when he got back over to the chat, to his own chat, oh my God, that was the craziest part, because everybody in his chat, and see, this what tells you that just because you have 4, 5, 6, 11, 15, 2,000 people in your chat, that don't mean shit. Thank you, Treasure, baby. The weakest link, honey. That's what it was. The weakest link. And what up, TC? How you doing? You said Ness tried to tell people, but Lemon acts nice at first. Child. Hey, Bird. Hey, Booski. Child, the weakest link. Goodbye. But his chat, they was over there dragging him for filth. dragging him for filth. How do you have that many people in your chat? It's like, who are the real supporters? That's my question. Will the real Lemon supporters please stand up, or Jordan Dash, or whatever the fuck y'all call this nigga today? Will the real supporters please stand up? All I saw was negative comments. I mean, it was like every other 20th comment might have been a positive comment. The rest of them was just, nigga, you stupid. Nigga, you a fool. Nigga, you this. Nigga, you just kissed her ass. You bowing down to her. Nigga, I mean, they was calling him weak punks. In his chat. Calling him weak punks, and you got sunned, and calling him big bitches, and I mean, it was bad. It was bad, and I was like, damn. You got a chat full of haters, and yeah, he did hit 1K last night. That's what they said. I didn't see it. That's what I said, because I wasn't really watching the only time I was really watching the numbers was when we was going back and forth, because VS was like, how many numbers over there? How many numbers over here? Because VS was like, this is a numbers game. That's why she didn't go live until he went live. They kept putting off their live, and people was dropping down in Lemon's chat, commenting before he even hit the live button, saying, Lemon, quit waiting on her ass to go live. Just go live. Quit waiting on her to go live. So people were saying that in his chat before he even went live. But everybody knew what it was all about. They was both at a standstill. They was both trying to see who gonna go first. Who was gonna go first? And VS was like, I ain't going first. VS gonna wait it out. Now, you know VS, her bedtime is early. And thank you so much, Charlie. Thank you, honey, for being a member for 16 months. My sister from another Mr. My White Chocolate. But they both weren't giving in. And then finally, VS, while she's staying up late for this one, because normally her ass be 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. She getting ready for bed. And we all know this about VS. She don't like to stay up late. Don't call her late either. Don't message her late unless it's really something important either. She done said that before on her public platform. Do not call me after. My hours are 9 to 5 like Big Red. Okay? 9 to 5, motherfucker. Or I'm going to have you hanging over the motherfucking banister. Shit. You said Lemon uses his own supporter for content and throws folks under the bus. Child. They don't care what happens to him. They want. Yes, thank you, Charlie. That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. I was shocked that it was so many hundreds of people, up to 1,000, they say, that was in his chat, and the whole chat was just dragging him. Just dragging him, y'all. Just dragging him. Just dragging him. And I do got the link pinned if anybody wants to, if you want to join the panel, here's your time. I know somebody came up earlier and I asked them to come back in like 25, 30 minutes. But here's your time, because I'm at my 30-minute mark and only got one more thing to talk about. But I was just amazed. It's normal to have a few haters in your chat, a few trolls in your chat, especially if you a big content creator. Especially if you're controversial or beefing with somebody. But that was alarming. That was very alarming to me. I was like, I don't know if you really got supporters at all. And then somebody had mentioned the other day that he's shocked by how many people are not supporting him against VS or not coming to his aid against VS. I don't know if that's true or not, but people were making that assumption too, that he probably wanted more people to come to his aid or more people to be in his corner, for this fight between him and VS. I don't know if that's true. People are assuming that. Could be true. I don't know. Hey Mel, how you doing? What up? Another member. What's up? Well, the thing is, how you doing, love? You said most of his supporters are black T sector or black sector. I see it differently. I see the people who dropped in his chat as people who were rooting for him and lost us. Oh, well, you do got a point there. You my bitch 2026. Did you have hold on, you my bitch? Did you have that handle name before last night? You know what? There was another handle name that I saw last night. And I was hollering. Where is that channel name? Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh my God, what did I do with it? I think this is it. No, that ain't it. What did I do with that? I'll find it. I'll find it later. But I thought that shit was y'all in these handle names. The one I saw last night was so funny, but now I can't find it. But anyway, I find it. But yeah, you my bitch 2026. That's funny. But you might have a point there that a lot of people were probably his supporters or big supporters, and then they lost respect for him after after last night. I really think I don't know. See, this is what I think. Let me be honest here, okay? Okay, here it is. I found it, y'all. The hashtag, because they got Yusuf name. I mean, they got Yusuf as the avatar, and Yusuf is behind bars in the avatar. And the hashtag, the handle name is Teal Kitchen Sting Operation. Because he calls his cooking shows in the Teal Kitchen, because everything in there is teal blue, from the pots and the pans to the walls to the plates. Everything. And they call their name, their handle name, their troll name, Teal Kitchen Sting Operation. When I saw that shit, I about fell out. I was like, oh. You said I'm not a fan of either person, but I once she doxed him. I said, whatever you do not kiss the ring. This has to be the worst takedown. They talking about big B sector. Child, ain't that what Lemon be saying? Big B sector. What up, Unconscious? Hey, Noble, how you doing? What's up? What's up? Did I miss anybody? Okay, so let me be honest. Okay, so this is what I think. Hey, Bossy Don Diva. You said he definitely went out sad and would have been better off just taking a break. Yeah, that's taking a break. A lot of people, oh my God, Bossy. A lot of people were telling him to take a break. People were telling him to take a break. But y'all know how that is. That nigga said he was going to take a break, and he had a live scheduled for the next day. And then so last night, people were asking him about that. They were like, oh, so now you're going to take a break? So when you say you're going to take a break, is you really taking a break? Because last night you said you was taking a break. Then you put scheduled a live for 7 p.m. Then you and VS said, y'all was like, let me see who going to go first. Yes, he apologized, Miss Ray. He left his live of about 500 people and went to VS live, and she also had around 500 people. They went live. Well, he went live first, and she went live a few minutes later. And then she had somebody go over to his live and say, tell him to come over here and apologize to me. And as soon as he came over and finally apologized, she said, thank you for your apology. I accept your apology, but now you my bitch. Goodbye. And she dropped his ass. And he went back over to his panel of 500 people. And VS ended her live a few minutes later. She said that's all she wanted. Now she said, I'll leave you alone. I won't make no more phone calls, but you my bitch from this point on. So, hold on. Let me make sure this is QI. QI?
Yep, it's me.
Okay, what's up? What's going on? Let me just say this one thing before I let you jump in. Like double dutch, okay? Get ready, okay?
I'm ready. You know I'm ready.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this that I think, and I'm gonna mute you real quick because you got a little feedback. I don't know why,
All right.
but you always got a little feedback. So
Yeah.
I think this is what I think when it comes to Lemon and VS. I think that Lemon thought that VS was no longer on that type of shit. That's what I think. Because VS has been, we know VS's history. We know her profile. We know her background. We know her, we know her character. We know that if you fuck with her and she tells you to leave her alone and you continue to fuck with her, it's on and popping, and she will not hold back. She will not hold back until she sats you down. Or y'all just gonna be going back and forth, and it might end up in court or some other area, right? Especially if it's got two people who don't want to back down. So I think with Lemon, I think he was like, oh yeah, I know this is VS and all that, but I ain't scared of her because she probably ain't done none of that shit like that in a long time. That's what I think. So I think he maybe thought because she had been to court, she even went to jail, she lost her channel, all these things that happened to VS over the years. And then when she came back, yeah, she might get on here and drag and gag and, all that kind of stuff and pop her collar. But she ain't really got down like this in a long time. And I think he underestimated, would she do that shit again? That's what I think. That's my honest opinion. And he was wrong. He was wrong. That's my honest opinion. But go ahead, QI.
All right, I'm gonna give you the deep, because remember, I was the first head Lemonette in charge, and I hated that name, by the way. But basically, there has been like three waves of supporters. Because I was with the first wave. That was during the debate and all of that kind of stuff. And so basically, there are a lot of people back there in Discord because, we used to get on Lemon about just passing his Discord link out just to like everyone, right? And then everybody will run back there, and then he would be like, it's moles in the camp. So like nobody would ever be able to like really discuss like moderator things or, anything significant back there because there was people always looking and listening. And then, and so most of the people who came back there, they were from other sectors, like the Black Tea sector or the Black sector. And at the time, I didn't know it, but they came with an agenda. So they basically pushed out all of the, like, his true supporters, which, like, his true supporters were people, like, from Avatar Nation that he had been knowing for a long time. They were going back and forth from Sir King and so on. And so, people who really had his back, I saw it. And a lot of the people back there now are people who want their spot in the B sector or want a spot in the B sector. And, some of them been sitting back there a long time and haven't realized that he really only promotes men. He doesn't really promote women. Women. And, he doesn't want a man to get like a man that he promotes. He doesn't want you to get higher than him. If you start getting higher than him or better numbers than him, then, he's going to try to find a way to sabotage you. But that's, basically like what's going on. So most of the people over there, basically they're trying to get their little shine. They're trying to get their name out there. They're trying to get known by the supporters. And then they're trying to get him out the way. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's right. Who used 34. She's still with the shit. He just didn't know. I think she really tries not to be with the shit though. She be trying to be on her exercise, on her getting her health right. That's what she been doing for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And then this just came out of left motherfucking field. We wasn't even ready for that.
Nah, he been planning. He been planning. You got to keep in mind that. You got to keep in mind. You got to keep in mind. Octavius is over. Octavius is over there. Vic Damone is over there. A lot of them are in his ear. Envy. A lot of them are in his ear, and a lot of them have told him straight up, that they wanted like Envy. Envy got mad one day and said, "I'm gonna take your spot. I'm gonna take your spot." And, then they come back with that bro stuff and stuff like that. And then he totally forgets about that. But he has always planned to to rearrange the B sector or take over the B sector. He don't call himself king for nothing. This is real. He's a self-admitted narcissist. He said when I heard him say it, I couldn't believe it. Because most narcissists don't admit that they're narcissists. So when I heard him say that, I knew it was trouble in paradise then. Because if you admit that you're a narcissist, 9 times out of 10 you've had treatment, you've been properly diagnosed, and had some type of treatment. But it is what it is. And I don't know if you listen to all of Sir King's live, but it's completely true.
Yes,
Like
I
he
did.
does.
I did. And I agree with a lot of things Sir King said.
He does stuff so underhandedly, and then I don't. Ooh, I can never understand. I can never, because I don't. I guess I don't have that kind of patience to play that long game. But he basically played a long game with Sir King. He showed up, started hitting the panels just like you do now. Like now, you can't get a break. He's gonna hit every panel that he can. He makes sure that if I don't be here, the content, I won't have no content. Well, nah, the reason why you can't have no content, because when we actually do start getting some B sector content or whatever, he'll jump up on a panel to argue with somebody and derail it. Or he's going to do a shenanigan or something to bring the attention back to him. He does that intentionally. And they run plays. Plays, and that's pretty much how we fell out. He tried to involve me. Him and Resto tried to involve me in a play, unwillingly. And I'm sitting there looking at you like, I support you. I try to help you, and to come to find out that you're trying to involve me in this humiliating play. I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Wow, wow. You know what? I just got a DM from my niece. You know, the one who sings my intro song?
Yeah.
And she got I think it's her 3rd or 4th album dropping.
Oh, that's good.
Tonight. Hold on, let me see. It's called Still Growing Up. Oh, Still Growing. Okay.
Is she on YouTube?
Oh, yes, my niecey poo. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get the picture, and I'm gonna play a little piece of a song too. But
can you drop her link?
Yep, I show her. She's on Facebook. She's everywhere. Facebook, YouTube. Excuse me, she's everywhere.
I only drop her YouTube music channel though. Don't drop her Facebook.
Oh no. But I mean, they're all the same. She go by the same name everywhere. She's very public. She's very public. But let me see. But yeah, I was listening to Sir King, and a lot of the stuff that he was saying, he was dead on. What am I thinking? Dead on some of his points that he was saying. And a lot of people are saying how he's jealous of Sir King. Sir King could, how Sir King been going the last few let me mute you, boo. You know how Sir King been going the last few nights or last few weeks or whatever. Sir King can always get his channel popping. He can always get his channel popping if he wants to. It's just Sir King be trying to do other things. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's so much as he's jealous of Lemon or things like that. Because when Lemon first came out, Sir King was even one of the ones when he saw the direction that it was going. He was like, okay, Lemon, if you keep doing this, if you keep doing that, you're going to have all these problems. Sir King wasn't telling him nothing different than a lot of other people was telling him. But people were saying Sir King was jealous because of the fact his channel wasn't popping like that. But I think I think he was really genuine though.
Yeah. Do you know why Sir King's panel wasn't popping?
Well, a lot of people said because Sir King was no longer there. I mean, because Lemon was no longer there.
Nope. Nah, the same thing that a lot of other people go through in the sector, but like Sir King also said, he said you were working with my ops. Sir King was blacked out, and Sir King Lemon, like he always used to try to get Sir King to make up with Brianna and all of that. And just like Sir King said last night, and he would wonder why, why or whatever. So a lot of those attempts back then, you remember it was Lady Nika, Brianna, Bless Watkins and stuff, and they were going back and forth and things of that nature. They would support, go back and forth, support, go back and forth, and ODS or what ODS. And so basically, Lemon says that he was used to defend Sir King. But like he said, he used to get on there and cuss people out, and have his videos green and different things of that nature. And when Lemon came back, he went straight to the ops. He went straight to the same people that he knew that caused Sir King some issues. And that's pretty much like what Sir King was saying, and that's pretty much what happened. And then he just totally turned his back on Sir King. So it's actually the opposite way around. Just like you see with Goosey right now, it's the same. It was the same thing with Sir King. Like Lemon is doing his best to try to sabotage Goosey because people naturally like Goosey. He's respectful. He does all. It doesn't matter what type of content. You can do all types of content. And see, that's Lemon's problem. He needs a panel, and he's limited in terms of content. He actually has to steal ideas or something like that. But pretty much that's what Lemon does. Like he will sabotage. Like if somebody, if he feels that somebody is in a threat to get more numbers than him, then he will, he'll try to sabotage him. And that's pretty much what that is. It's like, he's like, Sir King is down. I'm gonna leave him down because when you look at it, Sir King was the only person that could, possibly be a competitor of his. Now, you got Goosey that, that can be a strong competitor of his. So that's what it is, and that's it, and that's all. You got a jealous, hating, non-talented content creator because basically it's the panels that make the show. The panels that make the show is nothing that Lemon does. Lemon can't get up there and really give commentary or anything like that. So it's the people around him that help him, and only for him to turn around and, and throw a dagger at you or something, So I know firsthand or whatever. So he's limited. At any rate, he's limited. Like, you got to think, right before this VS debacle, his numbers was going down. And so every time his numbers goes down, he tries to find some type of play, some type of way to pull to pull some attention back over to him. And in a day or so, or a week or so, his numbers are going to go back down, and he's going to be back out here creating shenanigans again to try to pull the attention. And he basically tells you, I got to do something. I got to get it cracking. None of that stuff is real. A lot of that stuff is fake. It's made up, or it's coerced, or he plans it.
A lot of made up and plays. And like I said before, when Lemon first came on, his numbers was popping. His channels was lit. Everybody wanted to be there, and we would be with him like all through the night, right? Lemon didn't need to start doing all this extra bullshit and fuckery and play running and all that. I don't know why he believes that this is what he has to do to keep his channel afloat. He don't have to. He didn't start off like that, and people loved him and loved going over there. So I don't understand where is Spiral. If people got behind him behind the scenes, was like, hey, we should do this or you should do that, or I don't understand. Like, just come on here and be you. Just do your shit and just keep it hood. Shit. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But y'all, I just want to play this little clip of my niece. This is gonna be on her new album. Now, my niece is the one who created the Hood Table song. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable, welcome to the Hood Table. So I talk about her all the time, and I promote her all the time because she's a very talented singer and rapper and musician here in the Midwest, and she's well known, across the United States too. But anyway, I'm gonna add this real quick. But her new album drops tonight. I believe this is her 4th album that she's dropping. And her name again is Ty Lynn. And somebody did drop her. I think Charlie dropped her her YouTube channel in the link. But this is just a little bit. And it says EP 313 still growing, 3 nights away. So she posted this 3 nights ago.
Okay, now wait. I just need for you to to come a little closer, you feeling me? I ain't never done a single thing for sympathy. Exactly who I say, and you ain't no pretend with me. I done lost a couple friends, but it's all love. You know that we can never be enemies. Had to learn to forgive, but it's still hard to trust because of what I seen. I mean, literally. Ironically, my mother was being abused, but it was killing me. I never felt so helpless in my life, and at the same time, I was struggling with my identity. Below me, grew up to be a giant, and I would never let no one belittle me. And all my love goes out to. Oh, can I wait? I just need for you to come a little closer, you feeling me? I ain't never done a single thing for sympathy. Exactly who I say, and you ain't no pretend with me. I done lost a couple friends, but it's all love. You know that we can never be enemies. Had to learn to forgive, but it's still.
I love it. That is hot. That's great. And
You, one of the best female lyricists out there. Like, seriously, y'all have to follow her on YouTube. Like, she has a lot of supporters. She has a lot. I mean, she has done work down there with Luda at Luda's studio like a couple of years ago. So a lot of people do know her, and she be touring with people and things. But of course, if you're from the Midwest, then you definitely know who she is. But yeah, she's getting more recognition out there. But she has a kind of twist that she raps really fast and slow, but she sings too. Like, her mother is a very good singer. You know, most of us do sing or can sing. Her mother and one of my other sisters, they used to sing together in a group back in the day. But yeah, and her mother had albums way back in the 90s. Her mother's had albums and hits. So yes, she's very talented. So definitely hit her link in the chat on YouTube right here. Tell her
but
we'll send you, and she gonna know exactly. Oh, that's my TT.
yeah, we're gonna try to promote her. But thank you for allowing me up. I just want to come give some better insight because a lot of people don't know, because people think he gets up there with that baby talk and all those different personalities and stuff. And you gotta
accents. All those different accents. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, and he lies about his age. He's lied about a lot of stuff. Nothing has been true. Nothing that he has came out here and said, and he'll cry, and he knows how to play on heartstrings, and that's sort of how he got me. Got me because with the sympathy thing, he played on my heartstrings. So when I found out, this we're talking about years ago and different things of that nature, it really made me mad. It really made me, I'm just like, nah, I can't deal with you at all. And at all. But I just really want to give more insight into like who this person really is. Who this person, because when people say he was a different person back then, or he was contained or controlled at Avatar Nation, they're telling the truth. He's nothing. Like now, we're seeing a full blown lemon. If like notice something, he doesn't even respect his mom, because they've caught plenty of conversations with his mom coming in. He doesn't even respect his mom. So let me just tell you, if he doesn't respect his mom, I don't know what makes people think he's going to respect any other woman. And he's a colorist. It's a lot of different things going on with him. Like a lot of the stuff that they say is absolutely 100% true. So like I said, I just want to give some true insight or whatever, to help keep people from being like myself. Because even Ness, when she came back from Vegas, a lot of the stuff she was saying, but like, it's hard to like, you see one person and then you experience another, because he just doesn't spring it on you all at once, and then he picks his targets strategically one by one, and then he's always going to play victim, and he really wants somebody to work for him. He wants somebody to be a free slave for him, so I'm just saying, y'all start paying attention and you'll see everything that I'm talking about. And I just came up to give some more insight in terms of like, who that person really was.
Well, thank
Thanks
you,
for allowing me
July.
out.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much for adding more insight to the commentary. I appreciate that. What up, Noble? Is this Noble? Hello? 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 Can you hear me? You said Tasha K has advisor. She has a team. What makes him better? Charlie, he is guarded. What's the point of having y'all around if he won't use your advice to? Yeah, he don't take people advice, and and you know what? Today, when I was watching him today, I was watching some of his live because I didn't watch the whole thing last night because him and VS was live at the same time. So I didn't watch a lot of his live, but today I went back and I was watching some of his live that I missed. And I don't know if that was Noble or not, but they dropped down. So I don't know. But anyway, so I went back to watch some of the live that I missed. And it was a lot of people come up there like Dimples and what's his name? Steven? Is that his name, Steven? The one, I guess, who gets into it with Dimples. I think that's his name, Steven, something like that. But anyway, they was up there arguing back and forth, and Dimples had hit the link and told Lemon, don't let that person talk about them, or don't have people up here talking about me, or whoop whoop whoop. So then then Dimples dropped down, and then Stefan, or whatever his name is, he was over there talking again and talking about Dimples and just whatever. And so then Lemon was like, please just come up here and hit the link and just talk. Y'all just get up here and talk. Maybe y'all can hash it out or whatever. And Dimples hit the panel again. It was like, didn't I tell you to not have them up here talking about me? Didn't I just tell you don't let them in shit? Now Lemon was like, okay, y'all got me up here trying to tell me what to do, trying to tell me who to add up here, trying to tell me who to take down, trying to tell me who to tell not to talk to you, trying to tell me. He said, ain't none of y'all put no cash apps in my no money in my cash app, not even $1. But y'all always want to tell me who to add, who to take away, who to time out, who to shush, who to block, who to drop down, who to let up, who to, and he's like, damn, y'all trying to tell me what to do with my channel and y'all don't. And see, I can get that type of shit because Lemon is like, I ain't in y'all shit. I ain't in y'all beef. I'm just letting y'all pop y'all shit and let y'all talk. But when you do tell people shit like that, not to let people up on their panel, you really is kind of trying to run their panel. So there's a difference in people trying to run your panel or trying to tell you what to do with your panel, who to let up, who not to let up. I don't want them talking about me on your panel. Stuff like that. And then there's trying to give advice, trying to give suggestions, trying to support, by saying, Lemon, you lost your channel so many times. Lemon, it's a difference between being supportive and trying to help somebody with their channel without them wanting to believe that you're trying to run their channel. I don't think he knows the difference. And that's why he was like, y'all out here trying to be my mama, y'all trying to be my daddy and all this kind of stuff. With like the ZXs and, people like that, y'all trying to be my daddy. You know how he say it, my daddy. But I don't think it's that. I don't think it was people trying to parent him. But now, shit. Last night they was like, you got son, nigga, by VS, one of the big dogs in the sector. That shit was I had secondhand embarrassment. Like, that shit was epic. Not only was it epic because they both was holding their guns, I ain't going live. I'm going to wait it out. And I think Lemon thought that it was so late in the evening because VS don't do really, really late lives on the regular. She be in bed. So I think he was like, man, if I wait it out and I go live, she ain't going to go live. And people in his chat were saying, just go live, nigga. Just hit the live button. Forget her. Just go live. He went live. VS was on that neck. VS was on that neck. So they was neck and neck. 4-something, 5-something, 5-something. They was neck and neck. So it wasn't just epic on the numbers and who's keeping the crowd. And she was like, man, if he say anything over there disrespectful, y'all come tell me. If he starts dragging me, y'all come tell me. But in the meantime, in between time, his ass was not only not even talking about her, he wasn't even allowing anybody else to talk about her all the way through the entire show. Anytime somebody hit the link, he said, anything else you want to talk about? We ain't talking about that. Anything else you want to talk about? We ain't talking about that. So he was making it really, really clear to his chat and his panel that he's no longer going to be discussing the VS shit because he just wants to dead the shit. He really wants to dead the shit. And so I think that's the best thing he should do right now. Right now. I think that's the best thing that he should do.
Check. Can you hear
Hey,
me?
I hear you now. Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot going on. We still in retrograde right now, so it's still kind of crazy.
It's
So how you
very
been? So how you been doing?
I've been doing good, and you?
I've been very entertained.
You, me, both. A lot of people have been very entertained. Okay.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you this much. Um, and I'm being serious about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, enough been said, and I just want to say that this might be like because he really lost his brother. This might be some psychological. Maybe he didn't get no because people say he was different back then. I don't know if it was
He
the
was
fact
very
that
different, Noble. I was there.
yeah,
I've been here for it all. He was very
yeah,
different.
yeah. Like before he like actually made his channel and made his stand over here, I didn't know nothing about Lemon, but I know a whole bunch of other people know about him, and maybe that's what it is. That part of his life changed. You know, I mean, I could hear it when he be talking, then the alcohol and it's certain things. You know what I'm saying? That I could see that a switch done flipped in him. You know what I'm saying? And I really was like trying to support the brother. You know what I'm saying? Because of that trauma. Because I lost my older brother when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of like changed me a little bit. You know, Definitely do that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he got his ass handed to him though.
I really had
And
secondhand embarrassment, Noble.
yeah, I felt sorry, but I didn't because I see how he done people, especially the way he done Lolo, the way he did Sour Patch. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the women. You know what I'm saying? I ain't focused on me. I'm talking about the women he did, and when he went after Big Mama spanked that ass. Excuse my language. And she
Mm-hmm.
showed him. She actually gave him a welcome to the beef sector moment.
Child.
I think that was the welcome to the beef sector moment. But he still haven't changed his. I think after this, he should just take a nice little break or get his life right. You know what I'm saying, and then come back. I think he need a break.
I
He done
don't think
burnt too many
he take,
bridges. He got too.
I don't think
Go
he
ahead.
takes breaks. There's a lot of us on here who takes breaks.
Yeah.
I don't think he can take a break. He's one of those people who they need to be here. They need to be like he said he was taking a break the other day, and the
Hmm.
very next day he had a live schedule. And so that's what Goosey was, teasing him about last
Yeah.
night. Like, nigga, you said he's gonna take a break and you scheduled a live. What you scheduled a live for then if you take a break? And he was like, well, I changed my mind. So, we done heard him say that before. We heard a lot of people say they're gonna take breaks and they be
Yeah.
back in like 1 to 3 business days. Child.
Yeah, I didn't say it. I was gonna take breaks. You know what I'm saying? I had to take spurt breaks, like 2 days here, jump on here, see what's going on. 2 days here, but like continuously, all day, every day, I can't do it. Plus, I really ain't got the time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand, you know what I'm saying, the fame of YouTube and the money, the little couple dollars you get being monetized, but it don't.
It's
Some of the
addicting.
jump, huh?
It's addicting. Some
Oh
people get a
yeah,
high off of
yeah.
all the attention and all the big numbers
Dopamine rush.
in the chat. People get high off of that shit.
Dopamine rush. I done been through it. Hey, trust me. I done been on here. I done crashed out. I done been doxxed. I done been through a lot of things. So I try to move a little different. You know what I'm saying? I deal with people that deal with me. But at the same time, I do like to be messy. But you got to know your messy limits. You got to know who to be messy with, how far to take a person. You just can't be King Dingaling. Because then you going to meet something that's bigger than you.
And I ain't heard that in a minute, but she used to go by King Dingaling.
I
I remember.
know. I know.
Yep.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I just hope that other content creators learn from this, the up and comings. You know, what's done is done. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that people that's trying to start a channel like Mia, you know what I'm saying? This is a prime example of how things can go left trying to be a content creator in these parts.
She got in some shit early as fuck. I'm like, damn, you ain't even been here but a hot motherfucking minute.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But
first, all I hear is Mia. And I hear all these guys this is just what I'm hearing in the street. All these guys is all clamoring over her and she's beautiful and she's pretty. That's all I'm hearing. And I'm like, who is Mia? Who is Mia? I just woke up one day and hearing Mia all over the place. So I'm like, who is Mia? But I never even went to even see who Mia was until I started hearing about these shows and you know the shows they supposed to be doing and different things like that.
yeah.
And then I hear RNY and Envy talking about RNY is gonna do a show with her, and so that's when I was going over there to see who she is and stuff like that. And I was like, damn! And then next thing I know, Audio is over there and beefing with her and Lemon and Sunny. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, hey, that's why that's why I took that step. That's why you really ain't been seeing me like hitting panels or none of that. I mean, it's just too messy, you know. And I'm just trying to
learn, Noble, the state out the motherfucking. These people will lure you in the back chats. I have people who hit me up sometime in the back chats. And they'll say stuff to me, and I'll just like or heart they comment or like, yeah, I saw that, you know, because like I told y'all before, I learned a long time ago when I first came on YouTube, like when I first created my first channel, like 8 years ago. Somebody had hit me up because I always follow ATL, right? And I'm in her Facebook group, right? And so somebody had hit me up out the blue. I don't know them from Adam. And they said, what do you think about Michelle doing this or doing that? How you feel about? I'm like, who the fuck are you, first of all?
Wow.
And how'd you find, what made you seek me out? I mean, me and you have, I don't even know who this person was. We have no relations. I would just see them in her YouTube chat, in Michelle's YouTube chat. You know, we never talked. It wasn't like me and Charlie or you or, hey, what's up? How you doing? I didn't know this bitch from Adam. Never spoke to her even in the chat. And she hit me up on IG. Matter of fact, no, she hit me up on Facebook in my inbox. And I immediately blocked her ass because hey, child, I don't know. Some of y'all motherfuckers act street on here, but y'all ain't from the street, and y'all be falling for every okie doke and every play there is. I knew that bitch was a messy bitch on sight, and I blocked that bitch. Didn't know who
that's
the fuck.
That's why you need a police force out here. You need a police force in these streets, man, to keep people honest and keep them in check. Now, I understand people could be messy and drag, but when it gets like dark, you know, we need to follow certain type of bylaws. People might think I'm crazy, but why? Then you see the reason why people getting flagged, people getting their channels took, and things like that. Because some people ain't gonna fight you like they want you to fight you. They gonna come at your body. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. And thank you, Melissa, for being a member for 68 months. I think I told you the other day, but it popped up again today. That's my boo right there. But I
know it's a collective out here that feels the same way I do. You know what I'm saying? And I call it I kind of compare it to the 12 monkey theory. You know what I'm saying? You ever heard of the 12 monkey theory?
I think so.
The 12 monkey theory, something like that. But anyway, it's like a collective consciousness where people feel a certain type of way, never meet, don't be on back chats, but they still think the same way and they still doing God's work.
Well, you see what Georgia P said? She said, from what I've gathered, Mia isn't B sector ready, probably never will be, so she needs to branch out to other sectors and drop in their chats to gain subscribers. This not it for her. And I heard people saying that the other day, Georgia. I heard people saying that Mia is saying she's not even going to do B sector content. And we spoke about that on my panel the other day. I said, well, why is she in and out of all these chats and on all these panels and behind the scenes with so many B sector people if she's not trying to do B sector content? She needs to be over in them areas then for the type of content that she's doing, because you really getting involved with B sector people by your moves, by the way you moves, and your moves ain't too clean. They kind of messy.
And that's how I got. That's how I got over here. I wasn't B sector. You know, I was a more spiritual conscious sector. You know what I'm saying? And you know, my story. You know what I'm saying? But I met Kimmy first, and Pizarro and S Hutch and all that first. I met them first. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is
Through
getting
Kimmy.
worse, Georgia.
That's
He's
that's
making her a
that's
target. You
and that's when Beach used to be over here a lot in the beef sector. Remember when this Beach is better?
Yeah, I remember her. I follow her on IG.
Yeah, that's when Brother Cook was coming over here and they had their little thing over. You know what I'm saying? That's what you know what I'm saying, was introduced over here and I got stuck over here. I just got stuck. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And it was the messiness. It was the messiness and the talking about each other, you know what I'm saying? And, you know,
and it's
shit was bigger.
entertaining. It's
You know what I'm
entertaining, and
saying?
sometimes it can be a bit too much. But for the most
Yeah.
part, the B sector is really entertaining, and it got a lot of people through the Rona season. All those
Yes.
4 years or 4 or 5 years,
Yes.
however long it was, it got a lot of people through with the entertainment and the
Yes.
comedy and the drags and gas when so many lives was being lost and sick people
That's right.
shut in. It really helped people focus on other things than what was going on so bad in the world.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of us was already here
Mhm.
before the B sector, encompassed around us. But no matter how you got here or where you came from, it's really best to just sit and chill if you're new here and just see how things works and maybe see who and who not to fuck with or get
Yeah.
involved with.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But I just wanted to jump up here for a minute and give you my nickels and dimes. You know what
Well,
I'm
as
saying?
always, I appreciate you gracing my panel, hon.
No doubt. I'll catch you another time. You know, I'll be in the chat. You'll see me on these streets.
All right, I'll
And,
see you.
and I like that new shirt too, that boss lady shirt.
Oh,
That's nice.
thank
You getting
you.
good with them. You getting good with the shirt. So now you got the cakes and
And I'm
got
about to
the cake.
buy some more equipment. I was telling people the other day when I was live, I'm about to really expand and invest into my craft. So I
Yeah.
got some new equipment coming so I can start doing like really, really big banners for like
Yeah.
companies and
I'm gonna
you
tell you
know,
like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. Get you an embroidery machine.
I have been watching those videos, Noble.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ready for that. I
That's a
don't
game changer.
I
Because
don't I
they
don't
got
think
the
I'm
ones.
ready
Listen,
for that.
they got the ones. Now listen, they got the ones you can actually program the stitch. You ain't got to do
I
no guesswork.
know, I
Yeah,
know, I know. I've been
and they
watching
do it
some of my
themselves.
favorite crafters. I've been watching their videos, and there's this one machine. I was literally just watching it the other day, where the thread is already inserted. You know, all the different colors and stuff.
Yeah,
And all you got to do is take the thread and weed it to the you know.
yeah,
But
yep.
I've been watching. It's crazy you mentioned that because I've been
Mhm.
watching embroidery videos for like the last week. But I don't
Mhm.
know if I'm ready for that yet.
Challenge yourself. You ain't know you was ready for the t-shirts
I
either.
know, but when it comes to like things that I do, I like to make sure I get something really
Yeah,
down pat, really advance in it before I
yeah,
jump to other shit. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So I'm really trying to get it at an advanced level
yeah.
of the t-shirts and all the things. Like I
You
gotta get into
good.
the
You
buttons, I
good
gotta
with it.
get into the hats, I gotta get into the business cards. It's a lot of things I want to
Yeah,
get into before I even get into embroidery. You know what I mean?
right,
But I am
right.
looking at it. I am looking at it.
All right, I got something coming up the pipe sometime this summer. I'll share it with you. You know what I'm saying?
Good, good,
I
good. Because
don't
I'm
want to
really
speak on
looking
it,
forward to expanding
but
and stuff.
but it's a part of, you know what I'm saying, self care, you know. That's
Okay.
what it's mostly a part of, but I'll let you know. But
All
thanks
right,
for
huh?
having me up once again. You getting good with them shirts, by the way. Keep doing your
Oh,
thing. I'm
thank
proud
you.
of you.
I appreciate it.
All
Thank you
right.
so
Peace and love.
All right, peace and love. But yeah, y'all, I got somebody coming over like next weekend, not this weekend because I got my baby this weekend, but next weekend when he goes to his other grandma's house, I got somebody coming over and they gonna install shelves all across my craft room at the top. And I'm telling y'all, I'm really doing this, right? And that's the same thing I did when I started doing cakes. I started off as just making cakes for family and friends after my mom passed away, because she was the one who always did the cakes. Like, she always did the cakes. One of my aunties always did the pies. And, you know, other people really excelled in other different dimensions in the kitchen. My mother's a great cook as well, but she was like the cake lady. So after she passed away, I started making all the cakes for the kids and the grandkids and, you know, the get-togethers and stuff. And then people was like, oh, they so good, you should start selling them. I'm like, I never thought about that. But then I started off, you know, just taking cakes and cupcakes to different places around the cities, restaurants. I used to sell, not sell, but I used to sell, not sell, but I used to make cakes for this restaurant like every year for their annual employee celebration. And the only reason why I would do that was because I was trying to get my name out there. And they were also very, very close friends to me, the people who own that business, and they still run that business. But we grew up together in church and went to high school together, graduated the same year, all that. So I would do that for them. They would hit me up. Could you make us another sheet cake? Yeah. So then there was this restaurant called Joe Tess, and I used to make all their family desserts, not selling it to the restaurant or nothing, but their family would reach out to me for all their cakes and everything. And this is like a big, one of the oldest restaurants in our city. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they, you know, requesting this for me. So once my products start getting more out there in the community, I was like, you know what? Maybe I can take a swing at this shit. And it was all going good. Then Rona hit. I was so busy I couldn't breathe with the cakes and my other jobs and crafts. And then Rona hit. And a lot of people shut down. A lot of people are sick and shut in. A lot of restaurants closed. The only way you could get anything from a restaurant is if you DoorDash, and you know that's when they start doing the dropping your food off on the porch. You know, no handoff required or nothing shit like that. And so a lot of people were still hitting me up for desserts. And I tried it out. I said, maybe I can do that. Maybe people can pull up, and I just put the cake or cupcakes or whatever treats I made for them in their trunk. I wouldn't have to see them, wouldn't have to breathe the same air, and then they roll off. Man, I'm telling you, customer after customer, they kept knocking on the door, sending their kids to the door. Like, what? I tell you verbally, I inbox you, make sure you just park and pop your trunk, and these motherfuckers will still knock, ding dong, ding dong. And it's like, even if they go back to their car, you know, the Rona, it stays up in the air. It stays up in the air. So even if I was to walk out my door, that shit, they say the shit stayed in the air for like 24 hours or something like that. I can't remember the exact time frame, but for a while, for hours. So even after they drove off, if I was to come outside, I could be breathing in that Rona. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I shut down for years. So I literally just started back up, like literally, like really started back up last year. And that's because people was hard-headed. I said, fuck this shit. Y'all ain't about to get me sick. Fuck that shit. Thank you, Mel. Thank you. I already y'all know I don't ship desserts because I don't trust people with my desserts going through the mail or the post office or wherever they go, UPS, FedEx. I don't trust that shit. But t-shirts, I told you I will be sending out t-shirts and other things that I'll be selling. I already looked up certain bags and stuff to put my shirts in and my products in, certain shipping bags. So yeah, I'm really about to get into this thing, really get this thing popping in the next month or so. So I'm just putting the word out. I've been telling people already, if you have designs or something you want on clothing or whatever, send it to me, hit me up, because yeah, I'm really getting into that. I'm trying to be the one-stop shop. In my city, there's a lot of people who are the one-stop shop when it comes to like apparel, but I will also have cakes, desserts, table treats, and all that shit. And also on top of that, I can also do your t-shirts for your parties, your banners, cups, party favors, all that. So I'm really trying to be a one-stop shop here. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because like with the Hood Table LLC, when I created the Hood Table, I created it as news, media, and entertainment. But then when it also asks you, when you create your LLC, what else will you be doing? I did put apparel and things like that, clothing and apparel and things like that underneath there. So I'm covered on that. And then my cakes is totally separate from that. But hey, Georgia, hey, beautiful. I thought about doing that. Ask Charlie. I thought about doing it, but every time I mention it, I can't get enough people to sign up for it. Because I have mentioned that before. I mean, I used to do that in my city with kids, not with grown-ups, but with kids. I used to have cake decorating classes for kids, just amateur classes. I would make the cakes. I would make a whole lot of cakes, single layer cakes, and I would take them, to wherever I was doing it. I would make a whole bunch of frosting and a whole lot of different colors, and take all my little tools and supplies, and I would go, and the kids, they would have a ball. They would have a ball decorating cakes and stuff like that. And some of them was really good. I'm like, oh, I can see you being a cake decorator when you grow up, because you are really good. But yeah, I love doing that type of shit. Yes, you said. I see your case. Yes, absolutely. They send pies every. Yeah, I don't do pies. I only do cakes. I do cakes, cupcakes, and party table treats. Like the chocolate strawberries, chocolate pretzels, Rice Krispies, the Oreo pucks. I do things like that, like table treats. But yeah, I don't do pies. But yeah, my main thing is cakes and cupcakes, of course. But yeah, I don't do pies. You said I want to sign up, start with 1 or 2 people, and let us give the reviews and word of mouth. We start. That's true. You got to start somewhere. That's true. That's true. I'll try to put something together. Oh, you said you see my cakes. L. Every now and then, like once a month, I try to do a cake video of me decorating a cake, from start to finish. So a lot of people watch those videos. They love when I do that. I wish I could do it more often. I know there are some cake decorators who put out videos damn near every day, but that's because that's all they do. That's their only job. That's their only gig. I can't do that. I cannot do that. It already takes, from the time you start mixing the cake batter, your flour, your sugar, your baking soda, baking powder, your salt, your whatever you add in, your oil, your eggs, whatever you add into the cake that you're making, from start to finish, and depending on how detailed or eloquent the cake is, it can take you from at minimum 3 hours. At minimum 3 hours. The longest I spent on an order was probably 10 hours. And that was on a 3-layer cake. And also they wanted cupcakes. I mean, I did it all. I had cupcakes. I had pretzels. I had Rice Krispie treats, strawberries. It was a huge order. And it took me like 10 to 12 hours for that order. So, and then just think about you trying to record shit so you can upload on social media. It takes a lot of time for you to add to the recording and making sure everything is perfect and everything is right. Oh, it takes forever. It just damn near doubles the time. So usually when I'm recording, I do something that I might start on Friday night and the order is not till Saturday, so I can take my time. So yeah, but a lot of people who upload that shit on the day-to-day basis, that's all they do is do cakes. So I don't have that much time on my hand. Yeah. You said lighter cakes. I use cake flour. Yeah, for lighter cakes, cake flour is the go-to. But I usually use the regular, everyday enriched flour. That's what I usually use on a regular basis. But yeah, my cakes are really rich. I mean, really rich, really heavy. My cakes are thick, just like I am. Homemade frosting, the works. You said chocolate cake. I use all purpose because of the batter. Yeah, I use chocolate cake and I use coffee also with my chocolate cake. Yeah, with my chocolate cake, I use coffee. But yeah, I make me a pot of coffee and I put hot coffee. Well, not hot, but you gotta let it cool down. But yeah, I put coffee in my chocolate cakes. Yeah. But hey, newbie, I hope I say hi to everybody. Stacy, did I say hi? You would do an upload. Oh, Yeah, I do uploads. I do uploads. No, now I used to go live a lot. I really did. I used to go live a lot, and I'll be sitting and I used to do TV show. Do y'all remember? Some of y'all in here, I know some of y'all probably in here remember. I used to do TV show reviews like on the Housewives or Love and Basketball or Black Ink or Love and Hip Hop. I used to go live and do TV show reviews while I was decorating cake orders. I just be talking to y'all and I'll be decorating and piping and spraying frosting and all that shit. I used to do that shit all the time. And then I started doing, no, you not, do you remember? Crazy funny. But yeah, I used to do live show and I used to talk to y'all and have whole conversations. And they be like, how you have whole conversations and shit and can still stay focused on making a beautiful ass cake? I'm like, I don't know. I guess I've been just doing it so long. It's just natural. But yeah, you said, I really like you. I love you to be my mentor. Oh, now I'm gonna just. I don't want to hold you, Georgia Pete. I do not teach people how to make cakes. I do not. I just want to make that very clear. I say that all the time. I do not teach people how to make cakes. I tell people if they want to learn how to make cakes, Google is your friend. Okay? Google is your friend. I'm a cake decorator. Of course, I make cakes because I have to decorate them, right? But I don't teach people how to make cakes. You got to have that part done yourself. I don't care if you buy a cake mix box, whatever, box mix cake, whatever. But I just teach how to design the cake. That's it. So, yeah. So if I would have a class, the cake would have to already be done. Now, of course, after you make your cakes, I will show you how to level your cake, how to shape your cakes and shit like that before we get to stacking cakes. I will show you how to do that. But yeah, the cake will have Riggs. I'm about to put your ass in the corner, Riggs. I have to put your ass in the corner. Talking about he like soft. You know what? We gonna put your ass in the corner, Riggs. Charlie, could you please take Riggs out of the class? Charlie, can you please walk Riggs down to the principal office? Charlie, please. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'll deal with Riggs after class. Yeah, you're gonna have to stay after class for that one. Mm-hmm. Jordan said, I already know how to throw down a cake. I just need help with tricks and decorating. Escort him to the principal's office. That's what I be telling people that. I be telling people that, Mel. I'm a cake artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. In the words of Erykah Badu. Yes, Georgia, he is being fresh. Ain't he been? See, and that's why they be saying he's a flirt. I'm a flirt. Yeah, but on that note, we did 1 hour and 28. I wasn't planning on being here that long. I know there's other people live. I'm gonna have to get over there and watch Jay Dunn because I swear to God, right when I was setting my live up, I was going and looking around to see if I missed any shows. And Jay Dunn had started going live like probably 20 minutes before. I was like, oh shit, well, this is my time frame that I can do today. So I'm gonna just have to watch Jay Dunn later. But Jay Dunn always has some good lives, so I'm definitely going to go over there and catch Jay Dunn. But you said it's Thursday, y'all. Put a smile on your face. It is Thirsty Thursday too, Riggs. Thirsty Thursday. Some motherfuckers might need to be quenched around here. Mm-hmm. Splash, splash. Let me get my ass off of here because my homegirl hit me up. Y'all know my girl Laverne. I don't know if she wants to do another show because she's still got this beef going with Terrence Crawford, the fighter. Laverne, the one who got into it with Terrence Crawford at the Clarissa Shields fight. And we did another interview with her about a week or so ago, but she hit me up and she wants me to hit her up. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm about to find out. I caramba. Yes, there we go again. Charlie, Riggs, any other moms in the chat, feel free to drop your channels before we roll out of here, especially if you got some shows coming up. I know Riggs usually do shows on Wednesday, Friday, and then, of course, Sunday, you know, for our From the Block to the Hood table segment on Sundays. But if you're going live today or, you know, want to drop your channels, feel free to drop your channels. And that, again, is my niece, Thailand Music. And her album drops. And another one. And forgive me, Niecy Pooh, if you happen to be watching. But, you know, the creator of the Hood Table song is my niece, for some of y'all who don't know. Now, a lot of y'all be thinking that it's Snoop because their voices are kind of similar. So a lot of people be like, is that Lady Snoop that did your intro song? And I always got to tell people, no, it's my niece, Thailand, who is a rapper and a singer and a musician. And she has her... that's why I said forgive me, niece, because I can't remember if it's the third or fourth album that's dropping today. And this is a clip of one of the songs that's going to be on her track. So this is my niece, Thailand. Please follow her on YouTube. I always promote her. Always. This my boo.
Can I wait? I just need for you to come a little closer. You feeling me? I ain't never done a single dip of sympathy. Exactly who I say, and you don't make no pretend with me. I done lost a couple friends, but it's all love. You know that we can never be enemies. Had to learn to forgive, but it's still hard to trust because of what I seen. I mean, literally. Ironically, my mother was being abused, but it was killing me. I never felt so helpless in my life, and at the same time, I was struggling with my identity. Below me, grew up to be a giant, and I would never let no one belittle me. And all my love goes out to. Oh, can I wait? I just need.
That's my niecey Pooh, Thailand. Yes. The track that you played was nice. Yes, that's one of the tracks. It's so many. I mean, it's so many. If you follow her on YouTube, she has so many videos, so many songs on there. It's crazy. She's been an artist for many years. She used to be a track star also. When she was in school, she was a track star. When she went to college, she was a track star. And then she got into music. And she basically followed in the footsteps of her mother. You know, her mother was her mother used to feature on a lot of rap artists from the Midwest. Yep. I ain't gonna play too much, boo. I ain't gonna play too much. But yeah, she's a really good artist, so please support her. But yeah, so you guys make sure you like and share the video. You know what, Riggs? Every time you say that, you know that song, "We the Best." Who is that? Who always say that at the beginning of rap songs? "We the best." Y'all help me out. But every time you say that, that's what I think about. Okay, this is another link. Well, the thing is, I met him through Charlie. Really, really cool dude. So that's the link that Charlie co-hosts with Well, the Thing Is. So yeah, DJ Khalid, thank you, Riz. I knew you knew, boo. I knew you would know. But yeah, DJ Khalid, like, we the best. That's what I always think about when you do that. Yes, please add her to your playlist. Please and thank you so very much. I might have to have my niece see. This the thing. I have a lot of talented people in my family. She's not the only artist in my family. I have artists in my family who are really good, who's been on big tours from here to San Antonio, down there with the Jay Wilson. I got family down there. One of my most talented cousins is also an artist. He's a rapper, and he's so good. He's so good. I have several rappers and singers and dancers, all that kind of shit, musicians in my family. So I just try not to exploit my family. You know what I mean? I try to support them without exploiting them. So that's why a lot of the times I don't bring my family on here, but sometimes they just be like, hey, I want to come live on your channel. And I'll be like, are you sure? Now I try to prep my family, like for my birthday live, when my sisters and my friends hit the panel, I have to prep them all the time. Okay, don't talk about this. Don't talk about this. Make sure you don't use your real name on your handle, on your avatar when you pop up. If you don't want to be live, make sure you put tape. I have to like train them to even come on the show. But Charlie, you remember that day when my little brother came on here? I was like, oh no, you guys to go. You guys, he was getting into too much street shit that we had did in the past. I was like, you guys to go. All right, bro, I'll holla. Good night. He was like, all right, sis. I'm like, no. That show was so funny. I don't even know why he hit the link. I don't know why my brother hit the link that day. I can't even remember. He was just in the chat. And I was like, is that my brother in the chat? He was snitching. He was snitching without knowing he was snitching. And that's we was just reminiscing and talking to the other people on the panel, and he was just, man, I remember when you did. I remember. I'm like, oh my God, okay, that's too many memories. Okay, we can't tell all these people everything. Okay. Oh, not that brother, Linda. Not that brother. See, that brother, he's accustomed to YouTube, so he definitely knows what to say and what not to say. Oh, YouTube. It was my little brother who's never been on YouTube. My baby bro. My baby bro. That was, oh my God, my baby bro. He had me cracking up. I was like, all right. I think Charlie, I'm pretty sure he was on the panel that day. But yeah, I don't know why he just hit the link. He was like, how do I hit the link? I said, oh, okay, well, just do this and just do that. I didn't know what he was coming up there for. But that shit was funny. But yeah, as far as my other bro, yes, him and his wife is doing good. He was on here probably they was on here on my birthday night. That brother and his wife, they was on here on my birthday night, and I think he said they had just moved. Was that when he first mentioned it? Yeah, they had just moved, so they was getting situated in their new spot. So it's been a minute now, so I'm sure they all good down there. But yeah, I talk to them every now and then. It's crazy because I have family and friends that I just don't talk to every day. Like, we love each other and everything, but we just don't talk to each other every day. And then out of the blue, one of us will have a party or a get together, and we just deep as the fuck. And then we'll go about our business, and we might holler at each other every now and then, like. But it's all love. It's all love. Everybody got their lives. Life be life, and people got kids and jobs and wives and husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends. Y'all know how it go. Y'all know how to go. But yeah. Matter of fact, my older brother, I had told you my other brother, the one who's above the baby, the one who's above the baby but younger than me, he's a mailman, and I had seen him at the Walmart one day. And I just have to be riding through the parking lot. And he's getting out of his mail truck, and he walked past, and I was like, nigga, I know you see me. I know you see me in this truck. And he just started busting out, what up, sis? And we was hugging and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I love my family. I love my family very much. Yeah, Brother Tone. That's his name, Brother Tone. You said, I'm finna go repent. Why you need to go repent? You gotta chill. Mel said, in the words of Johnny Taylor, too many memories, I'm aging myself. Yes. You said, I had a wonderful time here. I'm subscribed to all that was dropped in the chat. Have a wonderful day. Yes, thank you so much. And thank you for supporting. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I never have a problem with people dropping their chats, dropping their channels in my chat. I never have a problem doing that. I have always been big on support. I have always been big on support because that's how you get support. I ain't no gatekeeper or nothing like that. Don't nobody got to go through me. I want everybody to be great. Everybody. We be out in the smoking lounge, and there be always somebody who is related to me that I was. Yes. You say, is there anyone not related to you around here? Absolutely. And in our hometown, we're not a big city. We're not a super tiny city, but we're not a humongous city either. But there are a lot of people who know a lot of people here. That's why when I was interviewing Laverne, VS made a post on her community wall. She said, let me find out, you know, some big hitters out here, because she was like, that's the bitch that was at the fight that got into it with Terrence Crawford. I said, yeah, that's her. I said, that's my hometown. We from the same hood, from the same stomping grounds, all of us, me, her, and Terrence. But you said the devil running through the sector. Oh, everybody going, oh. I'm everybody. That's my sister from Mister. That's my sister from another Mister, Charlie. And whenever I get back down south again to my Mississippi and my cousins down there in Memphis, I'm gonna definitely hit Charlie up, because she ain't that far from my family. We definitely gonna have to get together, Charlie, and we're gonna have some fun. I want to get down there to see Mel. I want to get down there to see Deanna. I can't wait to go down south again. I'm looking forward to traveling this summer. I am so looking forward to traveling this summer. But anywho. All right, I know I said we're gonna get out of here, but we're really getting out of here now. Everybody, thanks for joining us today. If you want to donate to the commentary, feel free to donate to the Cash App that's scrolling across the bottom, $ the Hood Table 402, or you can send the Cash App. You said y'all better loop me in. Okay, newbie. But yes, make sure you guys like and share the video. Subscribe if you happen to be new here, and hit those links that was dropped in the panels. But you said I don't even know no. And always, you guys, and always stay safe. Hold on, let me see if is anybody else live. Can I do a redirect? Yeah, she said come through. You know you got a place to chill in the Huntsville area. I know that's right. Lemmy got another show tonight at 8 called Snakes on the Tube. Why does he always cover his eye in every picture? That is the weirdest shit. That is the weirdest shit. You know, when he first started making his pictures or uploading his pictures for his avatar or his banners, I thought that was just something he did, like maybe in a few of his pictures. But it's every single picture, no matter what he's wearing, he got to have his hand covering one of his eyeballs. That is like so crazy. That is so crazy. But anyway, is Jay Dunn still live? Let me see. Okay, I guess I'll send a redirect to Jay Dunn. I see Jay Dunn is live. Let me see. For those of y'all who don't want to go over there, excuse me, exit now. See, that's what people don't tell you when they be redirecting. They be like, if you stay up in this motherfucker to the end, you're going to be redirected to the next person. So if y'all don't want to go over there, I'm just letting y'all know. Let's see. I know it's in here somewhere. Dang, why I can't find the redirects? Well, it ain't like there's that many people in here right now, but you said buy them out. You said I'm looking forward to not having a heat stroke. You said that must be his signature or something. I don't know, Mel. I have been trying to figure it out without trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? I could have sworn it was under. This is bugging me out because I just found it yesterday when I was going to send it over to not Riggs. I don't know why I was about to say Riggs, to Sir King. It was under advanced. And now I don't see it. This is gonna bother me, you guys, for some time. Anyway, if y'all want to go over there and support Jay Dunn, go ahead and support Jay Dunn, because I just can't figure out how to do it today. I don't know why. It should say advanced somewhere, but I don't see it. Do you want to restrict your button? No, I don't want to alter content. Language, captions, record. Okay, I give up. I tried to do a redirect, but it won't let me be great, y'all. And I'm gonna call my girl Laverne and see what she wanted. Yeah, it don't want me to be great. So, oh well. Oh well. Anyway, you guys. Okay, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times. Make sure y'all liked and shared the video. I hope y'all liked and shared the video. But stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.